Jai Hind children, welcome back to today's video class. Today we are going to study regulation of gene expression in organisms. Regulation of gene expression, it occurs at 4 levels in eukaryotes. They are: first one, during transcriptional level, that is during the formation of primary transcript. Primary transcript is otherwise called mRNA. So sometimes the regulation may occur during mRNA formation. Second chance, in some other organisms, it may be during the processing level. The different processing which occurs to the primary transcript are splicing, capping, etc. So at that time, the regulation may occur. Or the third chance, during the transport of mRNA from nucleus to the cytoplasm. In eukaryotes, transcription occurs inside a nucleus. So during the transport, sometimes it may happen. And the last level is translational level. That is during the formation of polypeptide. The metabolic, physiological and environmental conditions regulate the gene expressions. Example, in E. coli, the beta-galactosidase enzyme which hydrolyzes lactose into galactose and glucose. In the absence of lactose, the synthesis of this beta-galactosidase will stop. The development and differentiation of embryo into adult are a result of the expression of several set of genes. If a substrate is added to the growth medium of bacteria, a set of genes is switched on to metabolize. It is called induction. When a metabolite, it's a product, is added, the gene to produce it are turned off. This is called repression. Next we can study about operon concept. Each metabolic reaction is controlled by a set of genes. All the genes regulating a metabolic reaction constitute an operon. Example, the different operons are there: lac operon, TRP operon, ARA operon, His operon, Val operon, etc. You have to study lac operon only. Lac operon. This concept was proposed by two scientists, Jacob and Monod. Lac operon is the operon controlling lactose metabolism. The word is indicating. Let us study about lac operon in detail. Consider this is an transcription unit. In a transcription unit, there we can see structural gene which is represented by ZYA, and before the structural gene we can see promoter, that also you can see there, and in between the promoter and structural gene there you can see a region called operator, and before the promoter you can see another gene called regulatory gene, and on the left side of the regulatory gene, there you can see again one more P, and that is indicating the promoter site of that regulatory gene, IG. This is the structural gene of a prokaryote, because here we can see polycistronic structural gene. 3 polypeptides are formed from a single mRNA. That is, from a single promoter site, 3 types of polypeptide or proteins are synthesized. Z gene is coding for beta galactosidase, Y gene is coding for another protein called permease, and A gene is coding for trans-acetylase. These 3 enzymes are produced associated with the lactose metabolism. The function of beta galactosidase is the hydrolysis of lactose into glucose and galactose. And permease is the enzyme which is coded by Y gene, which increases the permeability of the cell to this beta galactosidase. And A gene is coding for another enzyme called trans-acetylase. So these 3 enzymes are synthesized from a single mRNA. So this is an example for a polycistronic structural gene. First we can study the lac operon in the absence of inducer, that is in the absence of lactose. Here the regulatory gene, that is represented by I, which code for an mRNA called repressor mRNA, that code for repressor protein, which will bind with the operator site which is present in between the structural gene and its promoter site. When this operator site is blocked by repressor protein, the RNA polymerase enzyme that will bind with the promoter site during the initiation process that cannot move and cannot code for a mRNA. So as a result, this process becomes switched off. So in the absence of lactose, which is an inducer, the lac operon becomes switched off. How? The regulatory gene synthesizes mRNA that produces repressor protein. This protein binds to the operator gene and blocks RNA polymerase movement. So the structural gene are not expressed. Next, when it becomes switched on, that is in the presence of the inducer, that is in the presence of lactose. At that time also repressor mRNA will code for repressor protein, and that protein will binds with the inducer because the inducer is present. Now the operator site is free. So the RNA polymerase enzyme which is present in the promoter site can freely move and can code for the mRNA that will synthesize beta galactosidase, permease and trans-acetylase. And these 3 enzymes are very much important for the lactose metabolism. So here the lactose is acting as an inducer. If lactose is provident in the growth medium, the lactose is transported into the E. coli cells by the action of permease, and the lactose which acts as an inducer binds with the repressor protein. So the repressor protein cannot bind with the operator gene, and the operator gene becomes free and induces the RNA polymerase to bind with the promoter gene and helps for the transcription. Here the lactose acting as inducer. Glucose or galactose cannot act as inducer for a lac operon. Only lactose is acting as inducer. And regulation of lac operon by repressor is called negative regulation. So here this is a negative regulation example. At the same time, lac operon is under the control of positive regulation as well, because here we can see the action of the inducer, that is lactose. Dear children, closely watch the video 2 or 3 times, read the textbooks thoroughly and please ask the doubts during the meeting.